And the new fire chief has a real mess to deal with. 12 News profiled 4 people falsely accused of arson by Phoenix fire investigators. One of them is now suing the city of Phoenix. His life ruined, he says his constitutional rights and his civil rights were violated. Investigative reporter Wendy Halloran broke this story last year. She joins us now with the latest. Wendy?
Well, Lynn Sue, Carl Caples was a former cop who moved to Phoenix to start a new life. Now he lives in Chicago, where he's trying to reclaim his life. Caples spent more than a year in jail, accused of trying to burn down the house he shared with 2 roommates. On the day his trial was set to begin, prosecutors dropped the case because the fire wasn't an arson.
I was greeted by 8 Phoenix police officers with their guns drawn, threw me on the ground, in the process, knocked one of my tooth out.
Carl Caples spent more than 14 months in the Maricopa County Jail awaiting trial after being accused of setting fire to the home he shared with 2 other men.
I spent quite a bit of time sitting in custody and fighting for my freedom.
Pat Andler, an arson expert hired by Caples' defense attorney, concluded the lead arson investigator, Captain Sam Richardson, got it wrong.
The fire was not an arson, but it was a fire of accidental origin that occurred in the attic space as a result of an electrical short.
On the day he was scheduled to go to trial, prosecutors dismissed the case against him.
And I believe once they realized that, okay, we really don't have a case, just dismiss it.
Caples' lawsuit alleges the city failed to hire properly trained investigators, did not provide them with additional training, and allowed them to use discredited investigation techniques. The suit also alleges fire investigators approached investigations with a preconceived idea of whether a fire was arson. In an audio deposition, former arson investigator Captain Sam Richardson said he spoke with 1 firefighter and 1 witness before deciding the fire was an arson.
I asked him, what's going on, what happened? And I said, you know who lit this fire?
Caples had an alibi. One Richardson failed to investigate.
I told him I had the pawn receipt in my wallet. He didn't ask for it. He didn't care.
The lawsuit names former Phoenix Fire Department Chief Bob Kahn, former Fire Marshal Jack Ballantyne, and Captains Sam Richardson, Fred Andes, and Willie Nelson. In a separate report on the fire, Captain Fred Andes said his arson dog alerted to 3 different areas on the back patio. Lab results were inconclusive, but Captain Willie Nelson would tell the grand jury which indicted Caples the dog was more accurate than the lab.
Beyond a nightmare. It's something I wouldn't even wish on my own enemy.
A Phoenix spokeswoman could not comment on the lawsuit because she didn't know if the city attorney's office had time to review it. Now, it's important to note Maricopa County Attorney Bill Montgomery declined to prosecute Richardson and Andes on felony charges of false swearing following a DPS criminal investigation in another arson case. He is refusing to prosecute future cases they investigated. An administrative investigation into Richardson, Andes, and Ballantyne's conduct is underway. Wendy Halloran, 12 News.